let me give you another example for one of the tricky words we always come across, and it's was, okay? So again, there's some really regular parts in the word was. The W makes a W sound as we'd expect, and the S makes a S sound as we'd expect. But as you can see here in the middle, the A's got a tricky old heart above it because the A does not make its own sound, or the sound we would expect when we see that letter. It makes an O sound, not an A or an E sound. So again, bring out your objects. Let's go this time with the bears. So, okay, we're using our objects to start with just focusing in on the sounds that we hear in the word, okay? So I've got my W, I've got my O, and I've got my S, okay? So W, O, S. And again, you can show them, they do it together, they do it on their own. Once we've gone through focusing on the sounds in that word, then we start to write them down. So, okay, right, what do we hear at the start? What's that first sound? W. Okay, write down the letter that we know that for W, which is a W. Then we come to the next sound, O. Hang on, that's the tricky part. We need to learn off by heart that when we hear O in this word was, it's not an O, it's an A, okay? And we carry on. Next sound in the word is S. And we just write down an S because that's really regular, okay? So it's really honing in on that irregular part of a word that we just need to learn by heart. And so a good process to go through is to use objects to identify the sounds in the words before we even begin to start writing them.